Alrighty guys, so it's about 12 minutes to NFP. We're gonna get going here. Okay, so we'll wait for a few people. Again, before we get going, on live I'm doing a 13 pip straddle, 3 pip Rinkos, Euro USD and USD JPY only. I am not touching GBP USD on live, and I am not touching USD CAD on live, even though it is NFP. The spread for me on FXCM gets a little bit out of control, so I'm playing it safe. With the new beta one next month, I may throw it on live, but we'll have to see how the performance is today. On demo on FXCM, I'm running UJ, EU, and USD CAD. On what else do we got going on? On this is FXCM. I'm just gonna run 2 on this one. I'll run all 3. Fuck it. So let's go ahead and start getting set up. New chart. We're gonna do Euro USD. 1 minute. Template it. Just confirm we're good. Okay. File. EUR USD M79. Template. Renko News. I might have to flip this out here. Okay, so I'm running the old one, so let's flip this out real quick. And I'm all set up there. Just let me save this with the new one in there. I'll go through the settings once we're set up. I got about 9 minutes to go. Remember, this is demo FXCM. Live, I'm running only USD JPY, Euro USD. New chart. USD JPY. 1 minute. Template. Really gotta kill all these other ones. Build news. USD JPY M79. Template. Renko News. And last one, we're going to load up US CAD. I'm not so concerned with the performance on the demo one as I am is getting the data so I can compare it to forex.com. I am going a little bit aggressive with a 12 pip straddle. USD JPY, USD. When on US CAD, I'm getting distracted here. USD CAD. 1 minute. Template it. Hopefully everyone watched the video before this. I did explain a little bit on why we do certain things, why we're using Renko, why not the 1 minute chart, things like that. Open offline, USD CAD, template, Renko News. Okay, now let's go ahead. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I hit the little button up here at range windows, minimize, 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 hit it again. There we go. Now we'll go through and double check all our settings, make sure we are correct. This is what I recommend doing for everyone. So we're 120, 2000, 1, 10,000, 150, 2, 730. Okay, down here, trailing stop is off. This is the V7 beta. If you're doing this right and you're not on the beta, this needs to be true. If you notice on the beta, we do have 2 additional items down here. F7, it's okay. And F7, okay. Now you notice every time I do this, it says US CAD down here. It did refresh, everything loaded. We have no errors in the log files. It's not saying it doesn't have access to files. That should have been corrected when you're running MT4 as administrator. So let's keep it legit. Yeah, I don't know if you're in live, Robin, but yeah, I have 4 MT4s going since I have the beta out now. I have one on this screen, a VPS on this on my other screen. I have this one on demo, and then forex.com on demo, and then a 2 VPS is going. Yeah, it took a bit to set up, but I mean it's worth it. I want to find out if forex.com is an option, because if it is, that should bring us within the reach of Pepperstone, where we can be more competitive with you all. And I would really like to be competitive again, because it pisses me off when y'all do better than I do. Okay, so basically now, sit and wait. 7:24. We got 6 minutes till news hits. Remember, guys, the object of trading news is for your straddle not to get caught before news, and for it not to be too loose that it doesn't pick up enough pips. Other than that, it's let the EA do its job. We might be entertained here if we have a catastrophic failure. Remember, this is the first time I'm running this beta EA. That's why I said, and I'm saying it again, if you are on the V7 and you're on a live account, turn it off now. Do not use it on a live account. It has not even been tested yet. We did not have time for a there's backtesting is a bitch to do, because backtesting with Renko literally probably takes more time to set up than it's worth. Plus, it's not that reliable. That's the reason I haven't got into it. Y'all would probably just shoot me if I tried to show how to backtest with Renko. It is a convoluted, pain in the ass process to do, and it's just not worth it. Now, the EA itself will run on a backtest. Like if you throw it on a backtest and you know where news is and you set it up, the EA will run on a backtest. The normal simulator, it runs. But again, guys, remember our goal today, and for every news release, is our straddle needs to be just tight enough not to get popped, but to pull in some decent pips. Today I will be using the beta, and what should happen is price shoots up. If it's a buy, our first red candle, it should close. I didn't explain what's the purpose of this. Well, one, the purpose is you know how, like, let's say this is our news release, moves up, moves up, moves up. Let's say on this candle here, we get one tick, and one tick could be a half a second, a tenth of a second. But during that one tick, we get a pip spike of, let's say, 16 pips. All of a sudden, this trade closes, and we don't get to come up to here. That's one of the reasons we're trying this. We're basically trying to nullify tick spreads, or spread ticks, however you want to call it. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. We're trying to nullify the fact that we can get stopped out by one tick incoming that has an unusually high spread in it. The second reason is this, from what I can see and what from other people saw on paper, again, this has not been proven yet, this is more of a proof of concept, is that, for instance, let's say this was the trade, we got in, okay, so 3, 6, we would have gotten in right here at this candle, price would have moved up, and remember, it's this candle here, and when price came back down, it's almost a break even plus spread, it's a baby loss, where we could have got out of here and maybe pulled out 2 or 3 pips. So that's the other reason we're trying this out. And again, on paper, it looks fabulous. Real life, it's going to be a completely different story. Hopefully it matches up. And again, if you are on the beta, thanks for trying it out. If not, don't worry about it. Sit back, watch us do it, and see if it works. But hopefully we're good. Got 3 minutes, 2 minutes till news comes in. Sorry, Grandma just got here. My daughter's out the door now. Alright, minute and a half to go. 30 seconds till pending orders pop in. If we have questions, let me know. Once we're done, we're going to review all 3 charts versus the other charts I have running, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, so 20 seconds, we should see pending orders pop in. Check that. The reason I'm 60 seconds out is because if something does go wrong and I'm watching it, it gives me a chance to reload the EA. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, whatever. Spread is 1.6, 1.6. You see my US CAD spread's already above 3. It's... Alright, so there's pending order 1, pending order 2, pending order 3. So all 3 EAs triggered fine. Okay, cool, John. This is being recorded, so you'll be good. I'm on demo and broadcasting, that's why. My VPS is on my laptop running, so it doesn't matter what the fuck I'm doing. I just, my VPS is actually turned off. I do turn off my VPS during the trades. I know it's fun to watch them, just for performance. But my laptop VPS, though, is 8 gigabytes of RAM. It's not an Amazon. Alright, about 5 seconds we should see. Spread is already 8 pips, 9 pips. Spread is insanely high on some of these. And here we go. If we get a dud, dude, I'm gonna be so pissed. It's not looking like it's moving too much. I didn't even see if a trade triggered. Okay, so let's go through them one by one and see if a trade triggered. I didn't see anything. It may have been a dud, which is sad. Actually, 0.4 pips positive on that one. So Euro, I made 0.4. It was a dud almost. PFO ordering. USD JPY lost 2.2. And US CAD, the spread was extremely high on it. Can't even see if what happened. It looks like actually downwards. I can't even see. I'll have to check it. Okay, so kind of a dud. Not really that good. Let me check one other thing, and I'll be right back. I want to check my live. I had a slightly bigger straddle, so I don't think I got anything at all. That was just a shitty NFP again. Give me a sec, I'm looking through it. Euro USD did not pop for me. And UJ didn't pop for me. Okay, so let's check out the other one on forex.com. Let's see. Forex.com, nothing. That was crap. Alright, so basically we're looking at duds across the board. Let's take a look at spread. The spread got really high. I did notice that. Open data folder. MQL4. Files. Where is it? I thought I deleted all these out. Oh no, that was off the other one. Okay, so today's 12/2, JPY USD. What time was news at? 15:30. So let's take a look at 15:30. Today is the 2nd, right? 15:30. Alright, so about 10 seconds before it hit, like I said, you could see spread started getting pretty wild. 10.8, 11 pips right there. This is before it hit, so it doesn't matter. I was running a 12 pip spread, so the 11 pips did not trigger any orders, which was good. So it looks like 12 pips was the right setting. Where did... Oh, there it is. Let's move you to the bottom so I can see you. Now, as we get into news, here's 1300. When news hit, we were at a 4.9 pip spread. Jumped up to 10.2. I lost 0.2 pips on UJ and made 0.4 on Euro. That was it for today, so a 0.2 profit overall. That is a pretty shitty NFP. That's 2 in a row. And 10.2 max. I'll have to come back to that and I'll put it in. Let us check USD JPY, USD JPY, USD JPY, USD JPY. Let's get rid of these. Delete. Let's check US CAD. I bet it was ape shit. And 1530 it. Okay, so about 10 seconds before, let's start there. 10.4, 11. This is US CAD. 11.1 pips. Now, as we get into news, 3 seconds before, what I'm looking for. See, I am surprised US CAD didn't pop because I got 15.6 pip spread. Sorry, the Slack robot. I'll turn it off. 15.6 max. I mean, that is just shit on US CAD. I'm surprised it didn't pop. It may have. I'll have to go back and check. But trade kicked in. We're at 13 pip spread. Then a 14 pip spread. Yeah, so US CAD, like I said, for FXCM, I just don't see it being very viable. And Euro USD. Let's take a look at Euro USD. This is the only one I made money. Here, let me tell John. Live all duds. Demo. 0.4 up on Euro. 0.2 down on UJ. Okay, so 1530 it again. Jesus, did I not turn this one off and restart it? I guess not. 1529. See, Euro I like because the spread typically will stay low, but so let's see how it did. And this is why I used to like GBP, because Euro and GBP used to stay extremely low during news. So we can see a big difference here with Euro. Here's 8 seconds before. 4.2 is the biggest we see so far. Okay, into news right here. 4 seconds out, 6.5 max, which is way better than the other ones. As news comes in, we settle down into about 3 pips. We can see why this is about the only one that made money. 7.2 max. 7.6, 7.7. And here at 3 seconds in, 11.1. So for a dud freaking NFP, the spread on it really went stupid. I'm just surprised it was another dud. It doesn't really give us a great test on it, on the beta one. So again, guys, don't mess with it too much. pretty sad one, 0.4 pips. I mean, this is a sad looking NFP. It's basically kind of flat. Very depressed. Okay, so let me check out one other thing. Exit. Let's see, on forex.com I made 4.1 pips on the demo. Let's open data folder. Let's minimize this. US CAD is what I'm interested in. Control C, Control V. Where did you go? Paste. There we go. So let's check out US CAD. And what time was this trade at on this bitch? This was at 13:30. This is forex.com spread. To 13:29 at 30 seconds. It is peaking up there. 9.1, 6 seconds out. 9.2, 2 seconds out. Interestingly, and I wonder how this would play out, is this is what's worrying me about them. There's a 4-second gap between the two ticks before news. So 9.2, and then we get in at 4.8, 3.3, 7.1. That is crazy. 17.9 max spread on Euro USD and 15.4 on UJ Live. With the minimum move we had, that spread just kills any potential of making any money on the trade. Now, that spread, the 17.9 and 15.4, and if it would have moved 70 or 80 pips, it's not that big of a deal, but did it even move that much? Okay, so let's say Euro. Let's take a look at Euro on the 1 minute. And let's see how much it moved. So 1530. This was the news candle. 31 pip move. I mean, that's just shit. It is really crap. That is almost as bad as last month's. UJ. 1 minute. Sit. And let's candlestick it. Let's take a look. Here's our news candle. That was a 40 pip move, but it's just weird that it barely moved. I mean, it's not weird, but it's news. US CAD, 1 minute. CAD, I even had a gap on FXCM. Did anyone get a gap on FXCM on US CAD? That's something rare. So let's take a look at that. 29, we had a 8.4 pip gap, which isn't too bad, but then it only moved 14 pips, so that's just ridiculous. So overall, it looked like somebody thought something was going to move because a lot of money did change hands. The spread was all over the place, but we just did not get a move. Kind of depressing. Anyway, so forex.com did much better on spread, but US CAD didn't trigger for me. Let me see if I had a gap on it. Forex.com did have a gap also. The gap was smaller. It was only 7 pips. So it did perform better on US CAD with the gap. Let's see. Let's take a look at USD, JPY. Copy. Paste. Yeah, that US CAD gap, I bet. Did anyone on, did Pepperstone have a gap? Okay, so this is forex.com and it is USDJPY. Let's take a look at the spreads here. What concerns me still is the ticks coming in are just shit. I'm kind of scared to go live with them. Okay, so back to where we were. Spread 6.6 up to 8, which still keeps us in our straddle. It's just the spread. If this would have been a normal news release with 30 pips, we would have pulled in something nice. But because the spread was so high for the majority of everyone, it kind of fucked everyone on the making any profit. And it didn't move enough. A lot of people didn't even trigger trades, which is again, it's pretty sad for an NFP. Let's take a look at the time of release. 4.2 pip straddle that would have, or 4.2 pip spread that would have given us excellent entry. We bumped to 7.5. 8. And if you think about it with the beta, so let's explain a little bit about why the beta indicator's a little more of an improvement. The only spread we're really going to be concerned with, and Robin, if you're watching, this is my thoughts on it and why I think it'll perform better. The only spread that we are concerned with on the beta one is the entry. At point of entry, which is 1330, we had a 4.2 pip spread. After this, it doesn't matter because we're no longer watching. I mean, yes, for exit, we're watching the spread, but the spread no longer matters in relevance to the moving average. The spread will affect our close and how much we make, but we don't have to worry about this spread closing us out prematurely. So on beta, this spread is the one we're worried about, is the initial entry spread. And then after that, all we're worried about is the spread in reference to our close. We don't have to worry about it stopping us out anymore. Okay, so last one, Euro USD. So spread across forex.com better. Amount of ticks coming in worries me. That does definitely worry me. I am interested though to see how the beta performs on normal news releases now. Okay, this is Euro USD, forex.com, 1329, 1 second before. Jesus, the spread stayed nice. 29, oh, that's 30 seconds out. Yeah, maybe I should take a better look. Okay, so 10 seconds out, we get up to 4.9 max. News hits 3.6 pip spread at time of trade. We see a 5.3 pip and a max at 6 4 seconds after, but the trade was already closed by then. So forex.com beat the shit out of it. Here, let me post then. Euro was what? Max spread euro, forex.com. We'll just go with 6. USD JPY. USD JPY 7 point or 8. And USD CAD. News hit. Alrighty, so NFP's a dud. We can all go home and cry now. That was just crap. I was really hoping for a nice move. That's what I get for hoping, though. .4 pips. Woohoo! I'm rolling in the dough. At least my my demo and my live matched on .4 pips and .2 pips. Or my demo and FXCM. My live 0. So I made demo .4. That's lovely. So 0 pips on real, .4 on demo with a 12 pip straddle. 13 pip straddle did not trigger a thing. Which I guess I'm kind of glad because I might have lost money. We can see though this does not look like our normal NFP. From here to here, we got entry. It was 21 pips. That's just ridiculous. We get more move out of that out of a normal news release. Any questions, comments? Let's get them out there, guys, gals, ladies, gentlemen. Other than that was a crap NFP, I don't really have any comments. We'll have to further test the beta version so we can confirm on it. Because to me it doesn't look right. Because it's showing the trade open here and the trade closing here, and it should have gone to here. So I don't know if the beta is working correctly. Anyone else who used the beta, you can chime in on if it worked right. I just don't think it did. Because it should have ran up to here and then closed here. Unless max loss was hit. If it works, I'm going to turn max loss off. But I think my max spread was hit and pushed this into the negative. This is Euro USD. I'll have to research it and check. But I think my max loss kicked in here with the spread, kicking it down. That's the only thing I can see that would do that. Otherwise, it should have ran up to here. Alright, so I don't see any questions yet. There might be one. I see someone typing. We'll hold off for a minute on that. I'm going to go through and research this one and see what closed it. Hopefully I can figure that out. I really wish it would give you more than, like, I wish on the seconds, on the time, it would show you exact seconds, but oh well. Yeah, the spread pretty much wiped out any chance of real profit on that. But I still don't like this because this line should look like this. That's why I'm thinking it didn't work. It should be up to here. I would have given about the same results, actually. Actually, might have taken a little bit of a loss. The spread kicked the shit out of this, because look at the, here's the candle. There's the 12 pip straddle. and then entry was 4.1 above it. So actually that wasn't too bad. But boo. I'm just disappointed it didn't move. I guess I can cry later. Alright guys, so I don't really see any questions coming in. I'm gonna go kick the cat or something. Let's take a look at next week actually before we do that. So that we're... John, if you're in it, I think what happened for me is my max stop caught that trade and shut it out. So as what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take max stop out, my failsafe. I'm going to take my failsafe out for the next couple days on demo and see if the beta works. Okay, so this is just today. Not a goddamn thing. Fuck you all. Fuck you very much. NFP 142 to 178. What I don't get, that's a sizable chunk of movement, and it still didn't do a goddamn thing. Screw you, NFP. Alright, so let's take a look at Monday. Sunday, Italian credit. Oh, wait. Referendum vote on Italian Sunday. So it might be worth watching the news, because that might fuck with the markets a little bit. Italian referendum. Aren't they looking to leave the EU also? Like, screw the EU. So Sunday you might want to pay attention to that. It might affect the markets on Monday. Monday we have 3:30 GBP services PMI. This is a straddle. Then 9 a.m. manufacturing straddle. Then 9:30 p.m. AUD. Demo it. And if you're on the beta, guys, please demo it. I want to see how it performs now on the beta, since all we need is a good initial straddle size. If the straddle size is too high, fuck it, we're not going to do it. But just for the hell of it, if you're on beta, go ahead and if you can, I'm going to demo this one on beta. The V7 beta, if you don't know what I'm talking about. And let's see how it performs. I don't think it's going to pull through, but I just want data on it to see if it's working. Then Tuesday, CAD trade balance. That's a definite, tentative, don't mess with it. The rest of these are do not trade lives. Yeah, you can demo the shit out of them if you want. It's a speech, but GDP QQ on AUD. Go ahead and you can demo that one. Do not trade live. So we only have one live trade on Tuesday, and that's the USD CAD. Wednesday, 3:30 in the morning for me. GBP, straddle it. 9 a.m. Overnight BOC statement. Straddle USD CAD, crude oil inventories. We're going to straddle the shit out of that one. And then everything else is ignore. Trade balance China, don't even mess with that shit. Live or demo, it's just a waste. Spread gets too high. Italian bank holiday, Thursday, who cares? Euro 6:45 a.m., we'll straddle that one. Probably not going to do anything. Unemployment claims then at 7:30, we'll straddle the shit out of that one. ECB press conference, probably not going to do too much. We don't know. If freaking Italy dropped out of the EU, though, that ECB press conference will probably be kind of important. And then for Friday, UOD consumer sentiment. I would take a look at this one and we'll see how it goes. We are going to straddle that one. So not a lot next week, but we do have some possible movers. Hopefully we can get some movers because NFP shot us in the ass again. Again, guys, do not use the beta unless you have an extra account. I will report back, and I'm sure everyone else will report back on how it works. In the beta V7, I will be dropping off max loss. I think that bit me in the ass today on NFP. I should have left it off since I was on beta and not been all Mr. Conservative. And that wraps it up for today. Do we have questions? You got 3 minutes while I go to the bathroom. When I come back, we'll cover any questions people have. But I need to go potty. I was all worked up for NFP for nothing. I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Hit up the questions, please. Alright guys, I'm back. Gals too. Okay, so let's sum up NFP. This was a no-win situation on NFP. The movement was too small with the spread too high. There was absolutely nothing that could be done on that one except for minimize your losses. Um, like I said, for me, nothing popped on live. On demo, the best I got was zero point 0.4 out of Euro, and I lost 0.2 on UJ. It was a no-win situation. We just didn't get enough movement out of it, and the spread was too high to be anything considerable of a, how would you say, an optimum trade. It was just shit. So don't feel bad on it. As long as you did it and you didn't have a huge loss, you did good. That pretty much sums up that. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll get started Monday, guys. On the beta, please give me feedback on that next week. And fuck me. That's all I can about say today. Small movement, high spread, nothing to do about that. There was no possible profit available there, really. So don't feel bad. We did our best. Keep at it. I think with the beta EA, hopefully we're going to be happily surprised. I think it'll help pull in some more pips over this month. Like I said, on paper, it's looking freaking excellent. We just need to get the proof done. What a shit release. Alright guys, I'll be around on Slack if you need me. Email me, Skype me, Facebook me, whatever. YouTube me. Fuck, I don't care. Enjoy.